Ian's fragile state motivates Phil and Sharon to get a visiting order and see Jake to try to persuade him to admit his guilt and relieve Ian's suffering. But instead, they're convinced by Jake of his innocence. And Sharon reveals she overheard Ian talking to Cindy about his alibi on the night of her murder. Phil and Sharon invite Ian over to subtly probe him, but Phil upsets Ian when he throws accusations and he leaves, only to make a mysterious phone call. Peter's angry with Phil for upsetting Ian and alarmed that he thinks Jake's innocent, so turns detective himself. But he's beaten up when he tries to find the cabbie who drove Lucy home on her last night. Elsewhere, Tina and Tosh face troubles when first their rent's hiked up, then Tina agonises over Tosh's work ball. What's a girl to wear? Dean takes her dress shopping, and while they find something suitably OTT, Tina makes a show of herself at the Albert and throws up over Tosh. Nice, but it doesn't seem to deter an understandably furious Tosh, who later reveals to Alfie and Terry she's ready for a baby. Next we visit Weatherfield. As Tina's condition suddenly worsens, she's rushed to theatre, while speculation escalates about her attacker. Are police going to make an arrest? Michelle persuades Rob to go to hospital. Carla's not allowed, but the crash team arrives while they're there, and despite all their efforts, Tina dies. Carla's convinced Peter's the murderer and cruelly hands him a bottle of vodka and tells him to drink himself to death. Police question Carla again, and later a drunk Peter claims his innocence and she pushes him away, then collapses in pain after Peter punches Rob. At hospital, Carla's given terrible news, while Steve reveals Peter told him he knew how to stop Tina from telling Carla about the affair. Police question Steve about what he knew of the affair, and he's right to fear what Michelle will do when she learns he knew. She leaves him. Rob and Michelle take over at the factory, but Peter turns up saying he's half owner. He wants to know what the police said to Steve, and an enraged Steve says he thinks Peter's the killer, and the police agree. And Nick realises the truth when Cal says he was with Leanne when they found Tina. He asks for Leanne's key to the bistro and wants a divorce. Finally, we hop across to the Dales. A desperate Lisa has an idea. She tells Zach they should run away with Belle. He's reluctant but agrees, although Lisa changes her mind at the last minute. Sam overhears the plans and buys ferry tickets, then shocks Belle with the idea of running away to Dublin. But Dom discovers the plan and tells police. Meanwhile, Dan maintains Sean's evidence could save Belle and encourages him to go to her hearing, but that won't be much use if she's not there. Pollard sets up a foundation in Val's name, then announces he's doing a charity skydive. Not that it impresses her. She accuses him of making it all about him. Pollard's about to back out of it, but Rodney gives him a pep talk, while Val worries his dodgy heart won't handle it. Will he go through with it? All I'll say is he winds up in hospital worried that he's failed her. But later, Val gets down on one knee and proposes, and their vow renewal goes ahead.